Okay, hi. This is the Genesis song that we've been writing in Sunday school. Just going to play it through for you so you get the feel of how it sounds. I'm just going to apologize now for my singing. Okay, here it goes. In the beginning, God created the land. Then came the light, sky, land, stars, and the wood, birds and animals like you and me. Then God rested and said it was good. God made Adam, then he made Eve. He told them not to eat from the special tree. The snake tricked them and they ate the fruit. God had no choice but to give them the boot. Then Cain and Abel, Eve was their mother. Cain stuffed up and he killed his brother. But I just want to thank you, God, for being true. This is Genesis, the book at the start. It's full of God's promises straight from his heart. And we just want to thank you, God, for being true. At this time, everything was evil. God had had enough and made to destroy it all. But Noah was good, so God told him, build a boat before the water comes in. The water rose up and covered all the land. Noah's family was safe, but now they were stranded. When all the water had finally gone, Noah and the animals could now live on. God felt sad that he made the waters flow. He promised not to do it again and gave us all a rainbow. But I just want to thank you, God, for being true. This is Genesis, the book at the start. It's full of God's promises straight from his heart. And we just want to thank you, God, for being true. God called Sarah and Abraham to leave their home and move to Canaan. He promised them both he'd give them a son and all the land that they lived on. Finally, God said he'd bless everyone through Abraham's children, every single one. But God had to test Abraham. He said, sacrifice Isaac, this won't be fun. Abraham did as he was told. In the last minute, Isaac was rescued. But I just want to thank you, God, for being true. This is Genesis, the book at the start. It's full of God's promises straight from his heart. And we just want to thank you, God, for being true. Yep. Isaac takes Rebecca as his wife to keep the line true, but it causes him strife. They have twin boys, Jacob and Esau. Jacob tricks Isaac to get it all. Esau tries to kill Jacob, so he runs away across the desert with his uncle. He chooses to stay. There he marries and becomes really wealthy, with lots of sheep and sons that are healthy. Jacob comes back and gives Esau a rug. They solve the problems with a big hug. And I just want to thank you, God, for being true. This is Genesis, the book at the start. It's full of God's promises straight from his heart. And we just want to thank you, God, for being true. Joseph was Jacob's favorite son. He had some dreams and his brothers didn't like him some, so they threw him down into a well and sold him into slavery. But God blessed him and Joe was faithful. Everything Joseph did, God made it work so well. It wasn't long before he was boss of Egypt. A mighty famine brought his brothers to see him. Joseph loved them and he knew what he had to do. He forgave them for everything everything he went through, but I just want to thank you, God, for being true. This is Genesis, the book at the start. It's full of God's promises straight from his heart, and we just want to thank you, God, for being true. God was just beginning, the story goes on. His promises are yet still to be delivered on. He promised them that he'd bless us all. He loves us so despite our fall. He sent his son, Jesus Christ, to deliver us to a better place. And I just want to thank you, God, for being true. This is the last time. This is Genesis, the book at the start. It's full of God's promises straight from his heart, and we just want to thank you, God, for being true. And we just want to thank you, God, for being true.